I recently came across another Telugu film that completely blew my mind. You know why? Because this film's premise is based on a woman who suffers an acquired brain injury because her father does not allow her to marry outside her caste. And her boyfriend is a rebel down toned version of an Arjun Reddy. So her dilemma causes her to acquire trauma which results in a brain injury that mandates that she maintain a temperature of 28 degrees Celsius to live. If she gets a fever or touches an orange kept in the refrigerator set at 16 degrees, she will suffer fits, and if not addressed within minutes, she will die. Honestly, I won't even apologize for spoilers here because I feel a disclaimer saying watching at your own wits' end is more apt here than worrying about giving a spoiler. Hello, all, and welcome back to the channel where I dissect films that catch my attention on a weekly basis. So I hope now you'll understand when I say that 28 degrees Celsius completely blew my mind, because it literally did. I mean, as interesting the premise could have been, this Anil Vishwanath film has not had an ounce of intellect to begin with. Leave intellect, a pinch of common sense in it. The film stars Naveen Chandra and Shalini Vadnikatte in the lead roles. This romantic thriller is a disjointed sequence put together of a film that bears no respect to any genre or genre mixing. A film made on a whim of an idea that the filmmaker perhaps dreamt of and looks no more than a dream sequence than a film grounded in pragmatism or reality or good old common sense. So Naveen Chandra plays Karthik and Shalini plays Anjali. Both are doctors who first meet in med school. Their romance blossoms until tragedy strikes at 2:30 a.m. in the film and all weird desi nonsensical hell breaks loose. While Naveen and Shalini look decent for most parts, I feel Naveen Chandra was given a script for another film after the first 40 minutes of the film passed by. The actor, also known for Bhanumati and Ramakrishna and Nenu Lokal, feels and looks a part completely different after creating an image of a certain rogue boy in the first half an hour of the film. While the film's story did revolve around Anjali, Shalini's character, the actress is not given much material to flex on. And the typical damsel in distress who needs to be saved by the heroic Karthik made the film's entire concept outdated even when it looked fresh. I mean, the film would have won some brownie points if it was Karthik whose body temperature had to be maintained at 20 degrees Celsius or something. Anyway, both Naveen and Shalini looked awkward in a patchy screenplay. 28 degrees Celsius looked and felt patchy throughout, from jumping from romance to thriller and some bits of horror. You have to watch it to know how bad it really uses genre mixing in it. There are a couple of romantic tracks that do not match the genre of the film, and they only highlight the glaring problems in the screenplay of the film. For example, the second half of the film is majorly based in Georgia, and both Shalini and Naveen start their life together after relocating from India. And did I mention that the doctor had advised the couple to live somewhere near the equator to keep away from extremes of temperature? Now, I'm not sure which Georgia was the film based in, the European one or the American one, but one thing I know is that both Georgias are not near the equator. And in the middle of all this, in the winter of Georgia, whichever one we're talking about in the film, Shalini is managing a body temperature of 28 degrees Celsius casually in a light overcoat. So like I said before, the songs were completely unnecessary. They only managed to show the film's problems in a heightened and slow-mo format. Had they not been a part of the film, 28 degrees Celsius could have saved some runtime and managed to be a more tightly edited thriller if that was the filmmaker's initial intention. That brings me to the edit of the film, which again, despite being an hour and 46 minutes film, felt to be more than a 2-hour film that I was desperately waiting for to end. Its weird climax, the vamp angle, and really bad sequence involving Karthik's mourning wanted me to pull my hair out, because I always try to make sense of a nonsensical movie and justify the bad bits just out of habit. I'm a neutral critic, if I may say so, but here in 28 degrees Celsius, I could not manage to do that. As for the design and tonality, 28 degrees Celsius did not look or feel like an organic whole of a film. The film looked better aligned in the first half until it took off a completely different tangent in the second half and became bizarre to say the least in the last 20 minutes or so. The cinematography was basic and again falls prey to the demands of a bad script, like those drone shots and overhead shots of Georgian landscape. so typical and unimaginable like the rest of the film. Perhaps if the makers had stuck to a sharper edit minus the songs, typical city and skyline shots, extra build up in the first half, and focused on the brain trauma problem from the very beginning, 28 degrees Celsius could be a thrilling experience to see. Having said that, some basic logic still defies all understanding. For example, what about Anjali getting fever and a temperature above 28 degrees Celsius? What would have happened? Why Georgia? I mean, we all understand basic geography. And why the sudden horror angle when the film was meant to be a thriller? But that's 28 degrees Celsius that we get. If you watch the film or happen to see it already, do share your thoughts on the same in the comments below. Also, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. It keeps me going. So, thank you for watching and see you in the next one.